Alright guys, do you remember the other day I made this video with this thing here, this little Spark handheld gimbal deal, and I showed the video and it worked okay, it wasn't nothing great, but I was sitting on the couch the other day and I was thinking, do I really need this thing? Do I really need to have this handle on here? Can't I just take it and hold it like this? Walk around holding it like this. I'm walking around. Let me move the camera over a little hair. Not in the center. Yeah. Can't I just walk around and hold it and film with it? Well, since doing this and farting around with it a little bit, I noticed that you don't need to use the app. Okay? To do this, all you have to do is turn on the Spark. Turn on the transmitter. Now they're going to link up. Because you don't need to use the app to fly these quads. You get all the features. I mean, I would never fly one of these without the app very far. I wouldn't do that because I don't know what would happen, because you can't set the return to home point. As far as I know, any of these buttons don't do that. So, but anyway, once it gets kind of ready here, you'll see the green light come on the transmitter, and this lights will flash here in the back, and then you'll have the red lights in the front. Okay. Now all you have to do is just walk around and hit the record button on the transmitter, and you just have to carry the transmitter and walk around holding the Spark. And then when you do that, when you hit the record button on the Spark, those lights in the front are going to go out. The red lights are going to go out. So it's recording now. So I went and did that same walk that I did with the holding this thing, and I did with this. I did the same walk right out the front door, down the steps, up and out to the garages, and went around. And since I already did it and already recorded it, I'm going to tell you what the results are. Okay? I'm going to stop the recording. So when you stop the recording, the red lights come back on. Okay? Even if you take a picture, the red lights will go off for an instant and then they'll come back on. It works a lot better with this for some reason. I don't know why. You're just still walking and holding it. But with this thing, I guess it's more stable with this handle, because the video came out a lot better. The video you're going to see from this is that when you're walking, every time you take a step, there's this little jitter in the video. And so it didn't do that every time when I was using this. It was just a lot more stable when I used this than just... I was actually holding it like this with two hands. After I started the recording, I held it like this and was walking, holding it up like this. Yeah. So... now, the only thing I'm going to tell you The only thing I'm going to tell you about this is I didn't do this yet, but just in case. The record button's right here to start the recording, okay? And the return to home button is right here, okay? I'm not hitting that return to home button because I have no idea what would happen. Now, I don't know if the return to home button works if the quadcopter is not even running. I don't know if that's going to have an effect on it or not. But I'm not going to take the chance to find out. I would do it if I didn't have the props on. But with having the props on, I'm not going to just sit there and hit that return to home button, because the last time I flew this, I was, I think I was over at that park. So that's where it would go to return to home, because I haven't flown it since. So, or that's where it would try to go. I would figure out some way to interrupt it, but still, I wouldn't want it to take off on me out of my hand while I have to. Or you could take it and do that where you turn it and that kills the motor too. So I just don't think it's a good idea to hit the return to home button. Just try to stay away from that thing if at all possible. But I think the return to home button probably only works if the quadcopter is actually flying. I don't think it's going to work if it's just sitting here on the table turned on. I don't believe it would. But I'm not going to do it. But if you guys know, you can let me know. That way I don't have to do it. Alright, well, I'm going to put the video in there so you can see that whenever you take a little step, you get a little shake in the video. So I would say if you wanted to do something like this, you're probably better off getting one of these little doodads. Like I said, it was only $7 or $8. But it's actually going to do a better job than you holding it in your hand. Alright, boys. I'll talk to you later.